All right, all right. I don't know why I can't remove this. Good evening to you all. Welcome to the Good Night Show. We are live. We are live. Make sure you share it. We are going to talk about what everybody has been talking about the last 24 hours when Will Smith got all out of pocket on the good brother Chris Rock. We definitely are going to talk about that and dive into it. I did not invite anybody. I told some people they can get on. So if you want to hop on and you got something to say about the situation, hey, feel free. I will send you the invite link. I just got to find it. But feel free. I will send you the invite link. I'm willing to talk to anybody about this. So if you want to get on, just let me know in the comments, and I will definitely send you the invite link. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post it on my page on in the comments. Let me see here. I can't post it on Facebook. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna figure it out for you. I'm gonna figure it out. But we're gonna talk about it. So make sure you share if you wanna do it. I see Kamari, I see you said you want to be on there. So if you want to be on there, let me know. Send me a message, and what I'll do is I'll send you the link real quick. All right, so just send me a message on Facebook and I'll send you a link if you want to be on there. So please feel free. Feel free to jump on. I would love to talk to anybody about this situation. There was a few things I wanted to cover. Now, I dare not exhaust every argument that I've heard on Facebook. I feel like everybody has exhausted every possible scenario about the situation. I just want to kind of share a few things that about what I feel about everything that's happening so far with this, and where people should be very careful because I see a lot of craziness on this Facebook, and I am never a person to say when people say stuff like this, like I hate it here. I'm like, I've been like, they being silly. It was just like today I was looking at some of these statuses and I'm like, bro, I hate it here, especially on that social media, because I have dealt with some of these people and they have not had some of the same energy that they're talking about when they're agreeing with Will Smith. And I've seen it on several occasions. So that was the first amazing part to me, is that a lot of people got some energy on this social media that they do not have in person. Like, people know me. Like, people know, like, if I say something crazy, I'm gonna say something crazy on social media. I'm gonna say it to your face. Like, that's how I am. But some of you all have been giving some energy off on this social media that you would not be given in person. And I'm not saying you soft. I'm saying, maybe you are more rational than you're coming off on social media. But so I'm not saying that's soft or that's weak or anything. I'm just saying some of you all have given some energy off on this social media that I have seen you in person. You have not had that same energy. Okay, so that's one of the biggest thing I have. He said, all right, I got it. Y'all gonna throw, Gary, you gonna throw me off, bro. You gonna throw me off. So let me stay there. So that's the first thing, right? And then the second thing is I wanted to talk about. So I had the opportunity to read. Uh, he just I've had the opportunity to read Will Smith's book. Well, I didn't read it. Let me not lie. I listened to it, but it was a great read and listen. I was on my way back from Kansas City, and something that stood out to me that he said in his book, and it kind of coincided with how he reacted yesterday. So it was his first love, if I'm recalling the story right, and basically she cheated on him. He was not cheating. He was not. He was on the road rapping. He showed love. He told them he didn't want nobody, no girls in the room, none of stuff like that. He was like, but she cheated on him. And when he came back, he kind of figured it out through a conversation they were having. And he said that he didn't even have no emotions toward the situation. He really honestly at that time, like, he didn't know his emotion. And basically, he felt that he needed to do something in order to show that he was mad or show that he cared about the situation. And so he ended up like breaking the window or throwing down something in the house, taking something, throwing it down. Something silly he did. But what it showed me was that he still have that silly mindset today, because as you all, everybody witnessed, the brother was sitting there laughing at the joke, as everybody was, laughing at the joke. And then, of course, the camera, turned to Jada, and Jada was, not as happy about the joke as everybody else was. So, of course, that's when the brother decided, let me just do something so I won't have to deal with Jada. Because if you read in the book, you got to read the book now. I tell you what, you got to read the book. Because if you read the book, he has a love for Jada like none other, and it's very hard to please her, from my understanding. That's from the book. Now, I'm not in their personal life or nothing, but from my understanding, it's very hard to please her. So I think he probably felt that he had to get way out of character on the brother Will. Because I'm be honest with you, reading Will Smith's book for me, that gave me so much respect for him and everything that he's been doing in his career. I took a lot of stuff from that book. So it was totally like, when I saw it, I was like, dang, like, why would he throw away his, oh, you got to send me a message. I was just like, why would he throw away his career like that? So this is another thing I wanted to kind of, I don't think he threw away his career, but I want you all to know that Will Smith is going to suffer some losses for this. I just want to be very clear with you all. He's going to suffer some losses. And while you all are talking about he really has nothing to lose, he's a rich man. Yes, but a lot of people, of course, I'm going back to the book. A lot of people depend on Will Smith for jobs, for income. So I definitely think that what EJ said, his career will be fine. But I do think that he's going to suffer some L's for this. I'm sure they're going to have to take him off a few more. If the Oscars come up, he probably won't be invited. Bless his heart, because he was way out there. And so, like I said, he's going to take some losses for this. Now, there's something else I want to keep to my notes, and I'm going to bring in anybody that wants to be a guest. What else I had to say? So I don't know if you all have heard what Steve Harvey has said, but Steve Harvey made another good point. The whole getting up and walking up on that good brother and just slapping him out of, nowhere. Bless his heart. Because I'll be honest with you, as somebody said on my status, so as somebody said on my status, sometimes when you're caught off guard, it's very hard to respond. So first off, no way in the world Chris Rock knew the brother was going to slap him. So what the right thing to do as a man was to address him in the back room, because he knew that brother could not go back. Because I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have just had to tackle him or something, throw the mic at his head. I don't know. I would have did something. I would have felt like I had to do something. But that the brother could not, under any circumstances, just go back and fight the brother. And he turned his back so quick. When he got that little silly slap. It wasn't it was a serious slap, because that brother Chris Rock was shocked. But anyhow, the brother did it all in the wrong context. And that's what I'm saying. The restraint that the brother Chris Rock showed, while people are talking about Chris Rock, I just want to explain to you all. You all should be commending Chris Rock today. Some of y'all are talking, oh, he said some joke about Jada. Nobody even know about this. Every time I look at them, they got on something weird. They're wearing something weird. They're doing something weird. So how are we supposed to know that all of a sudden that she came there today not trying to prove some fashion statement? Now, I'm not saying he knew. I don't care if he did know overall. I'm just be honest. I don't even care if he knew. It's a joke. Get over it. That's like y'all saying, let me get something very clear. That's like y'all talking about Dave Chappelle. Did any transgender person just walk up to the stage and slap the hell out of him because they mad? So let's get that straight first. I don't care what the joke was. They joke. If people don't want jokes, don't sit there, don't come there, because people are going to joke. That's the bottom line. And I want to be very honest. Some of you all have did some silly stuff. I see some of you men are out there defending, I would do that for my wife and all that type of stuff. So I saw that. Let me address that too. Let me address that. First off, Chris Rock did everything right last night. He did everything right. As a black man, you have to appreciate how he showed restraint. I'm gonna have to show that to my kids, my mentor program, and show it to them at school to show them, like, listen, this is a good lesson of restraint, because Will Smith should have got a good tail whooping last night. I really want to cuss, but I know some Christians on here, but he should have got a good whooping last night. And I would have waited until he went out there to accept that award. He came out there and slapped him right back. That's what I would have did. But, we Christians now. We gotta he shows some good restraint. Um, but something I was thinking about, and let me not lose my train of thought. Oh, was that hold on one second here. Oh, I see a lot of men out there. So oh, I would have did this, I would have did that. And I'm not saying I don't know what you would do. I don't know what some of y'all would do. I know I've seen some of you all in person, and I know that some of that energy that you have displayed here today has not been the same energy as we addressed that earlier. But what I will say is that don't think for a moment that you are Will Smith. Okay, so that's the first thing is that don't think for a moment that you are Will Smith. Okay, so Will Smith is a rich man, and really, what you are the word y'all tried to make this a little black and white thing. Let me explain something to you all. Do not think for one moment that you are Will Smith. That man is a rich black man, and he's very privileged by the amount of money that he has. Okay, so if you walk up on the street and you think that somebody disrespects you, and I'm not saying I don't know how you will handle it and how you will address it. Depends. You know, I'm not gonna say like if somebody disrespected someone I love and I cared about, I'm not just gonna you know let it slide or something. You know, there's certain ways you can handle stuff. You can address it. I've seen it done. Me and Jason, my cousin Jason, we know a good story about something happening at church. But the brother said, listen, that is my wife. Okay, that is my wife. Don't get disrespectful with my wife. Okay, so that's a little inside joke for me and Jason. But so there is ways to address stuff instead of getting up and slapping somebody. Because I'm telling you, there's a few things that can happen if you do it on the street. One, like I told the good brother on my status, you know, what if I got my gun and you just slap me? I have to stand my ground down there. So now you get yourself shot down and I'm standing my ground. So what about that? So people have not addressed what about the next overreaction? So I might think that slap, the way you embarrass me, you know, somebody's like, oh, where I'm from, that's what we do. I said, you're from Detroit, brother, and where you from, you get yourself killed too. So don't get yourself way out there. Think you're just gonna be slapping people now. I mean, come on. I love y'all to death. I love you. Know I love you, but I owe it to you to be honest. I owe it to you. Do not think you're gonna be slapping some grown man out there, and then the reaction that you might have might be another overreaction. He might drag you all up and down the street with his car, run you over. I've seen stuff happen over less. So imagine what you get yourself into. That's the first thing. The second thing is what Sister Wilkerson said, and what EJ said, you could go to jail. Like, what are we teaching our kids? Like, honestly, on a real level, like if anybody else, they would have came and arrested them. You could really go to jail for that type of stuff. So I'm kind of blown away that people would literally like be out here defending this. Now, I'm not saying that it didn't warrant anger. I do not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, and I'm also not saying Chris. People are trying to say, "Oh, Chris Rock should have known, or he might." I don't care what Chris Rock knew. Chris Rock was making jokes. Dave Chappelle makes jokes. He talks about all type of people all day, and then we laugh, we shout about it. I fall out my seat, and then I get on there like, "Why y'all tripping? Stop tripping." All right, y'all tripping over little stuff. And so these people are $350, 350 million rich. They can go see a therapist if they had a little dust up at the Oscars, okay? And go, oh, how do you feel? Let me help you build yourself back up. But to slap somebody is way out of pocket. That brother was way out of pocket. I will end before I bring on my guest. If y'all got any questions, anybody else want to join, but let me know. I'm down for y'all to join. Just send me a little chat message. But I will say this on a serious note. I work at a school, and I just got transferred to this school in October. The reason why I got transferred there was because of the violence that was happening in this building, like crazy amount of violence. And so when I got there, what blew my mind the most is that how parents condone this type of behavior. Like, it really blew my mind, like how parents, not only did they condone it, but they would join in some of the foolishness. I'm just thinking to myself, like, yo, is this our generation? Like, is this our generation where parents are going to make sure that people, that parents are going to make sure are going to encourage their kids to fight, are encourage their kids to solve every issue that they have with violence. Because if that's the case, like I mean, ultimately, I look forward to Jesus coming any day. But I really like, yo, we have a world that is really messed up. We have a world that is really screwed, and I'm really got to be honest with you all on that note. Like seriously, like it's a shame to see grown people defend this foolishness. Like I'm not saying Will Smith feels wasn't hurt. Honestly, I don't think his feelings was hurt. The brother was laughing. He turned to Jada. They need to find that clip. That's $1 million clip right there. I know they got that clip. I think when he turned to Jada probably looked at him like, I know you're not laughing. And that's when he said, I'm not laughing. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get up right now, Jada. So that's what I really think that happened, you know. And what I'm trying to explain to you all is that I don't think that Will Smith was that offended by it. I do think Jada was, but that's jokes. You know, I go to New York, I look for the comedy shows. I have videos of the people talking about me. I'm not going to get up and say, you know, and back to work. I can't tell you how many people have disrespected me at my job, from the kids to the parents. You need to go sit down somewhere with them tight ass pants you got on, all this type of stuff they disrespect. So what I'm supposed to teach my kids is when they disrespect me, let me haul off and slap them, right? Like I'm just trying to explain, like, if we operated on that, there would be a lot of you all would do slaps, and somebody, bless her heart, had the nerve to say, oh, you said something to black women, and you know, you warranted a slap. I said, yeah, let me tell you, I don't have that same restraint as Chris Rock, okay? So don't think you're going to just haul off and slap me or slap anybody else. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't have that restraint, and they will be well within their right to mash you up. So try not to do that. All right. So anyways, it was something else I was going to say about Will Smith. It was something else. All right, I can't. If I'm gonna bring up my guest, I'm gonna bring him on. Let him give his 2 cents to this as well. Everybody got 2 cents. You know, people's like, "Oh, why are y'all talking about it?" We talk about it because it's the thing to talk about. Okay, if you ain't got nothing to talk about, that's your fault. We talking about Will Smith and Jada and Chris Rock. Do we know Chris Rock? I mean, he should be given some type of Academy, you know, award for how his restraint, his jaw, all that type of stuff should be up for consideration next time it's around. You understand? He has to show a Nobel Peace Prize should be in order for that, brother, because it could have been a real serious situation down there at that Oscars. It could have been a real situation. So I think we need to be nominating. Somebody needs to start a petition for this brother to get the Nobel Peace Prize, because what he showed was what we want our kids to do every day, like show restraint. I can't promise you that I will show that type of restraint. All right, let me stop talking real quick. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? What's going on?
What's up?
All right,
let me just
go ahead, brother. Just speak your mind.
Let me just, recognize you, because a lot of young people do look up to you. I was talking to somebody the other day that go to your school. They were surprised I knew you. So I do appreciate you using your voice to use this as a teacher moment, because like you said, it is sad that you look up and parents is condoning this. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even watched the Oscars last night, and when I saw this video, I first thought it was part of the
stage. Yeah.
So I was like, this can't be real. And as the word continued to get out, and I found out this was real, I only knew it was real when I heard the video of him said, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth."
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. So when that ain't even what got me. When I woke up this morning, I already knew it was gonna be the top headline, and it's just crazy to see that. I'm not down degrading women or anything, but if that's how you want your man to defend you, that's problematic.
Yeah, that's that toxic masculinity they talk about all the time.
He at the peak of his career.
Yeah.
He about to get an Oscar for. First of all, I thought he been had an Oscar. I ain't know that either.
Me too.
And, he about to get his Oscar for the first time, and he walked up there. But what gets me is that he was laughing.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
felt like he had to do something, and I feel like he still haven't healed. He still haven't healed from the red table talk, and that's the. I feel like they got some healing work to do.
Yeah. And you know what? While you brought that up, because that was something else I heard people say, I don't agree that he should be slapping the brother either that messed with his wife. I mean, clearly,
No.
you know, yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, you know, people been saying that, like, oh yeah, he should have slapped him. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm not
I
condoning
get
that.
their mindset, you know. But I'm like, that ain't the same. That's the same, my people. You feel me? But they say if slaps were in order, it should have been the brother that was mad.
Right.
But yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Tell people
Because
that.
I feel like that's hard. I feel like, and another thing, it's obvious who run the relationship.
Yeah,
It's obvious that she wore the pants. So
Yeah.
another thing that got me was his acceptance speech. He apologized to the Academy, but never one time apologized to this man for slapping him. Like, forget the Academy, like Shannon Sharp said. Forget the Academy. You just Chris Rock is a human being at the end of the day. And I mean, I see all these memes and people laughing and stuff, thinking oh yeah, that's how you do it. That's still a human being at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah.
So another thing that got me is what his son went on Twitter and said, "This is how we do it." And I said,
you gotta side eye people like that. Like, nah,
I'm like, oh, this is how we do it.
Yeah.
Another thing, I'm a fan of comedians. I love comedy. I love comedy.
Me too.
And I'm thinking about the comedians going forth. So we just could walk on the stage and slap people.
I'm telling you, like they said, it's a few things. I need to see Chris Rock apology too, but he did issue.
He hasn't released one yet.
Somebody released something, and I thought that was.
They said that's not his though.
I said I know that can't be his. If it was, I would have to, I would have to cancel Chris Rock if he came out there. Right. No, I'm not apologizing for nothing. And Will Smith did apologize.
That's like you apologizing for mentoring people.
No. I wouldn't apologize for that. He out of line. And so we're going to look at Chris Rock's apology. And when it comes out, I do not think what was released out here earlier is Chris Rock's apology. But I want to cover something else as well, as you stated. He apologized to everybody. But Chris Rock the night of. He down there got them silly tears, got the crying, all emotional. Also Chris, so they said, and Chris didn't know about.
That's another thing. We gotta stop assuming that everybody know this man.
Nobody didn't follow her like that.
Everybody not focusing on Jada. So
that's what I think. They think because they went out there and told their business to the world that the world knows every little thing about them.
You can't say we got an open relationship and then get mad when people go at it.
Yeah, no,
I mean
I don't understand. And what I was
another thing I feel like he knew
the acceptance speech was terrible.
Horrible.
He's gonna try to bring up the good brother King Richard. That brother showed a lot of restraint.
What made me mad is he brought up, I want to be a person of love.
I said, what type of love? Love slapping people? That's all I was trying to remember. What type of vessel of love was you showing? No, he's full of crap.
That's full of.
He tried to clear it up with the speech, but that was not a good speech. It was terrible.
I thank God that that Denzel and Tyler Perry them came to talk to him.
Yeah, well,
that's true. Like people misinterpreted what Denzel Washington was telling him.
Yeah,
when you at the top, the devil. That's when the devil become busy.
Yeah, for sure.
And, Will Smith probably don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I don't know what made him get up and do that. I don't know if it was the devil or what, but he got way out there. And my thing is like, so I was listening to Morning Joe this morning, and something that the brother said was, why was they comforting him? They should have been comforting Chris Rock. They don't be covering this clown. Like, no, like they should tell him, brother, you way out of pocket right now. You way out of pocket. Let me explain something to you. You're way out of pocket. And somebody's been down there comforting Chris Rock because he the one that had to bear that slap. That's what I tell people.
And another thing that was sad, I was at this sub place earlier, and I sparked the conversation just to see what people would say. It was a grown man, a grown brother in there, two sisters. So I said, how y'all feel about Chris Rock getting slapped like that? This guy said, oh, that's what I'm surprised he ain't punch him or something. And then he said, that's how you do it. Don't say nothing to my queen. I mean, we got to stop being so. We too sensitive. I feel like
Yeah.
we in a moment where we are too sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you take comedy and take you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. Comedy would be what's the word? Irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
I feel
mean,
like we
I mean,
are
no
too
point.
serious.
You can't say nothing about nobody or to nobody or about nothing. Like, no. And that's why I'm happy like Netflix stood by Dave Chappelle and everything that was going on.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
This stuff is foolish. It's starting to become foolish. And
Yeah.
you know, one thing that Jason was asking, I would love to ask, do anybody disagree? Because there was a lot of disagreement on my status earlier. We want to, if people disagree, we would love to have you come on because I want to hear
Yeah, me too.
As well, you know, because like I said, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of these women out here today talking about they will. I saw one person say, pay close attention to a man who says he would never deal with Will Smith did. I was like, don't get yourself way out there. See, women, the women, I mean, you got to be very careful on what you encourage because you don't want your man doing something, first off, that can land him in jail. You know, that's the first thing.
And Pastor Wilton Smith put it into words that I could never put into words. He said the women that you see nowadays is not real women. Like he said, one thing he noticed about Jada is that she's mean. She's hard to please. He said, and those, if you, how old is she? About 40 or something? He said, if you 40 and you still hard to please and still mean, something not right.
Yeah.
Like Jada, I seen just on the outside looking in, it seemed like Jada do whatever she want to do.
Oh, yeah. You gotta go read the book. You gotta read the book. I feel like I'm promoting Will Smith's book out here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get it now.
It's a good book. It's really, and honestly, it made me like. I mean, I had a lot of respect for Will Smith overall, but it really gave me a lot more respect for him when I read the book about what he went through and how he dealt with stuff because he was very transparent in the book. If that was true, but I'm just what made me like kind of lose it was kind of lose a little respect for him. And I haven't lost, you know, people make mistakes. I'm not like, okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But what I was seeing about you all need to read the book. Yes, read the book, please. And what I've seen though is that as it relates to Jada, he goes all the way out for her. And it was something he said how he went out, he did some crazy stuff. I forgot.
But I'm pretty sure. And
she was not happy.
Knows a man like that. I'm
pretty
sure. Exactly. We all know somebody that's dumb. I wouldn't even say dumb, but that'll do anything for this woman that's completely dogging you out.
Yeah, I know. Don't care. I know. Yeah, it made me, you know, all my life, you know, being in Detroit, I've seen men kind of dog out women. And it was just like it's kind of recent stuff happening. Yeah, I see it like, oh my goodness, they started with a comeback. But you know, but I don't want to get into the gender. What I think is most important is that we need to keep our eyes on the prize. People do not. I don't care if you like you know. I don't want to go to this. Sticks and stones may break my bones with words. You know that they can never hurt. I get words do hurt.
But you know what? That's what our parents taught us. Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And then you know, Chris Rock. As soon as he walked up to his space, Chris Rock had the right to respond when he was walking up because I would have never let anybody get close to me. You know, I tell him, don't. You know, we got your personal space, brother. You're not to walk up in my space like that. So I don't even know if he would have been able to slap me that fast. But it was funny because it wasn't funny. No, it was funny. But you know, I can't even lie. Chris Rock was joking until the very end, into the slap. You know, because he was like, he's like, uh-oh, here comes Richard.
I was like, whoa. But you know what? Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, he talked about," but he never said nothing about her being bald head or nothing. I don't think the comment was serious enough. The only thing he said was he looking forward to G.I. Jane 2 or something like that. And I don't even think that was nothing. Well, I feel like nothing really can get you to a point where you're gonna put your hand on another human being. And like you said, let me go back to this point. It's this somebody on Facebook. He always talk about stopping the violence and all this other stuff. But you talking about, oh, I would have did the same thing. I feel like I said, like I said, especially being from Detroit, when you put your hands on somebody, it comes with consequences, and sometimes the consequences are deadly. How many people are in grave because you did something or said something? Is like I remember I went to this Dose of Reality tour at the Wayne County Jail. It's an inmate in there. He said, I'm doing a life. And he doing life because he's at the gas station, somebody spit in his face and he shot him. So y'all gotta be careful when y'all say y'all would have did the same thing, because people don't play about that disrespect stuff.
I got you. No, for sure. And like I said, so I'm about to end it unless somebody got some opposing views. We definitely want to hear some opposing views on here. I know Melissa, I want to call y'all out now. Melissa, John, wherever y'all are, we need to come out here. We want to hear from you, because I would love to have a conversation of why y'all think, this was okay. I've seen a few of the comments. I know a lot of people out there. I know there's probably some people now, they're probably a little scared. They talking about how they slap them in public. They scared to, get on a little podcast and defend their points. I know,
but Michael Fraser,
watching
Fraser, he said fighting somebody and killing somebody are two different things. No, but that would get somebody killed.
Well, see, and that's what I'm saying. See, Michael, you acting like you haven't been in the hood, and maybe you haven't. I don't know.
Come on.
But that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Just like that slap was overboard for somebody talking, somebody could go get their weapon or have their weapon on them and shoot. That's how I know, brother Michael, that you out of touch. Now, if you want to get on and explain, I can send you a link, brother. You gotta send me a message on here. But
yeah, I want to hear that.
Yeah, so
that stuff will get you killed.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't.
Y'all like I said, out there trying to act tough.
I'm going by what they said. You can't go by. You can't tell a man how to defend his wife and all this type of stuff.
You better be careful, because look, nowadays
you can't tell a man how to defend himself. If somebody slapped the dog, y'all about to make me cuss, and I'm a Christian. Look at he working. Brother. Okay, brother. But Michael, you seem out of touch, brother. You better go back to work, because you seem like you out of touch.
Yes.
Okay, so we need some people on here that disagree.
Right. They ain't doing like shoot. They start shooting if you blow the horn at them on the freeway now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
they quick to pull them girls out.
Let me tell you, they said Detroit has had the most freeway shootings ever. This is somebody blowing a horn. This is stuff you can't even hear.
Right.
They're just looking at you crazy, and people are shooting. So I'm trying to explain something to you all. Like, a slap is like you really on another level.
You on another level.
Yes, indeed. Gary said put him on.
Who is Gary?
Gary agrees. I think Gary agreed. We need some people that disagree. Y'all need to tag these people. You slap any man like that, any hood in America, and your life is
over.
Yeah. I be trying to explain to him. I don't know.
I know, Michael. I know that, but
Will Smith needs to come out. He needs to come out. He did apologize. He needs to come out with a video or something and let them know. Let them know that this is not the way to go, guys. Okay, it's not the way.
I know.
To go.
Did you say it's apology?
Gary, you want to come on? Let me know, brother. Send me a message and I'll send you the link. Okay, y'all talking about Gary for me, Derek? Because I don't know who y'all. Because Gary, I believe, agrees that that slap was all out of pocket down there.
Hold on. Right. That's crazy.
Now Michael Fraser, he didn't forgot about his point. Now, bless his heart. We got to keep him.
And another thing, let me say this. And then, like, Jada and Will is so public, you can't pick and choose what you want people to talk about. It don't, like, even Jada, she did. Now I went back and looked. She did cut her hair on Instagram Live. So that's probably, people probably didn't think that it was that sensitive. But we got to stop assuming everybody know.
Yeah, for sure. We got everybody. I mean, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if you did know.
Yeah, that's crazy. He only doing what comedians do.
Yeah, I mean, it was a joke. Some jokes are in bad taste. I agree. Some jokes, and some stuff like you gotta tell, like, come on, man. Come on, you can't be tripping on my wife like that, brother. You embarrass me. You embarrass her, like, you do that in backstage or something. But you on a whole nother level when you put your hands on me. You understand?
Right,
So
right.
just, and I think we've stressed that point over. I want people to know, please share this. Do not put your hands on nobody. Don't get your courage from Will Smith. Okay? Because like I said, I remember when I was at Oakwood, I used to wonder the people on Twitter. I mean, they used to say some they used to go crazy on that Twitter towards me. And I would see them in person and they would literally put their head down.
That part.
Goodness.
People tough behind these. Look, people tough behind these.
I said,
I've seen it time and time again.
Yeah, I've never seen nothing like it, because but I've never seen.
But Michael, you can't really talk about the hands that slap being equivalent to a gun because we got some people that's crazy in the head out here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They'll put it all on the line because let's talk about it from a manhood point of take the wife and kids out of it. Let's talk about a man, the manhood thing. Like Chris Rock is to be commended.
Yeah, I'm just kind of shocked that everybody's agreeing with this. We had some strong disagreements, but again, this goes back to what I said. People are very good with their fingers.
Yeah, come on in. Let them send you the link.
We want them to come on the podcast and have a real conversation. But if nobody's going to do, I'm not going to hold y'all up. I don't believe in going my podcast past 30 minutes, but I don't want to hold y'all people up if nobody out there, because I know there were some people that strongly disagree with my point about this situation. And overall, like I said, these at the end of the day, these are two successful Black men, and I hate that it even happened that way. I just can't even imagine like what they're gonna go through and how do I send a request on Facebook?
Inbox on Facebook.
All right, let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna send you a link. Michael. Give me just a second. Seemed like Brother Michael is gonna come on with us because he was all out of touch down there today. That's not it. When I get a real podcast, I'm gonna make sure that I have some people to run this stuff for me. All right, here you go. I'm about to send you a link. He said, let him come on real quick. I sent you the link, brother. I sent you the link. Sandra, I would send you the link, but you agree with us, Sandra. We got everybody that agree. We know that you agree. Do you disagree, brother Sandra? Because if you disagree, we can bring you on. But everybody here, they agree. So we want to, we don't want to have people, we don't want to beat this dead horse.
Right, right.
I think we made our point very clear. The brother was out of line.
Yes.
He was out of line, and he was shown a lot of grace. We said that Chris Rock, just a little recap of what we said, Chris Rock should be commended. He did nothing wrong. He told a joke.
He turned the other cheek.
It was biblical down there. It was biblical. It's the way that slap, I said, my goodness, that was powerful what that brother did. And I'm going to show that video. I'm going to show that video to kids for years to show them, listen, this is a good method of restraint. Okay.
Yeah.
What Will Smith did was out of pocket. Out of pocket. So, Mike, we'll wait for you for a few moments, brother. Jay said, don't get fired, good brother, at your job. Don't get fired. Try to go here and try to counter our points down here, brother. He says, Miss Salita Harris says, can you imagine a man and his woman walking into a gas station together? Some guy whistles at her and her man gets angry. What do you think would happen? I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I really think it depends on the maturity of that man.
Yeah. Hold on. We only have one time. I'm about to take off. On 1 second. Oh, there you go. Oh, you got on your work headphones and everything. Huh? Come on now.
Yeah, bro.
You down here. Help us out.
Man, so now I understand that people can respond with a gun, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I've always been this person, like, hands begets hands. Like, in the Bible, like, and Adam beget Cain, Abel, and Seth, hands begets hands.
And words get words.
Words should get words.
Yeah.
Words should get words.
Yeah,
And
so
but at some point words escalate to hands. But how does a hand immediately escalate to I'm running up on you and I'm spraying the block?
brother,
Like
come on now, brother
I'm
Michael.
not
Brother
from the
Michael.
hood.
I know you down there in Atlanta. Come
I'm not
on
from
now.
the hood, and I know how they roll. But
Yeah.
I'm saying like even the street has code though.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that. I think that any of that is wrong, right? I'm thinking like
Right.
if you escalate words to violence, that's wrong. If you escalate violence, a slap to a gun, that's wrong. But what I'm saying is just like how irrational Will Smith was getting out of his seat, walking up to that grown man and slapping him. Some another grown man could be irrational and pull out their gun and either pistol whip him or shoot him. You know. And
Yeah.
my thing is, so do you think Will Smith was right? Do you think it was?
No, I definitely think he was wrong to an extent, but I'm glad he stepped up and defended his woman. I mean, I know
You
they've
think
been
that
in
was defending her? You don't think that embarrassed her even more?
No, not necessarily. I don't think based on what we
They
saw the
all
response
over her today
but
on social media.
based on the response I saw on my timeline, nobody shaded how she may have been embarrassed. The only thing I saw that could have been disrespectful was, oh, Tupac would have shot him. That stupid meme. But that was a meme. It wasn't actually a real take. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. And like EJ said, the problem is that when you're dealing with people who don't have emotional intelligence, you open the door for escalation.
For escalation, I agree, EA. That's why EA is, that's why I'm not going to put his business out there, but that's why he is who he is. He's a smart man. He's an intelligent man.
He's been on the show several times. People know what he do. We should have had him on here today, to explain the law that was broke. Because, EA is in California. He might have to. And, another thing is, like I said, we all should be commending Chris Rock. This brother could have pressed charges. He didn't press charges.
Right. Because it would have been a lose-lose times two. It was already a lose-lose as it sat.
No lose-lose. He could have tied that brother up in legal action for years, for at least the next year.
Well, it has just been a loss for Will, essentially. Yeah.
If you could have tied him up in legal action and not even nothing like crazy, he probably would have got off with a slap on the wrist, but still, like, you still got some serious assault charges that you could have placed against you, And I'm sure he would have got the best lawyer and he would have probably eventually got out of it, but that's a further stain on his record. You don't want that. So, like I tell people are all trying to attack Chris Rock.
Chris Rock didn't really
didn't
really do much wrong. He just stepped over the line, but comedians step over the line all the time. The problem is that Will Smith was within 100 steps of him. That's really the problem. Bro walked up in there and you should have saw his stance. God. His body language played it off. Because when you saw his body language, you didn't know what was going to happen because he was leaning in to see what he was going to say. And then that hand came up and he still had his boxing form. He had his left hand guarding his jaw right as he finished it with the right. I'm like, bro, you still got some
He said, here comes Richard. Uh-oh, here goes Richard. I said,
I didn't even know that was I didn't see the movie. I didn't realize that was a reference. Yeah.
What I'm trying to tell you is that my biggest thing that I'm trying to tell people is the whole thing was such a punk move by Will. And I like Will Smith. This was like, I've been watching what's the new show?
I think it was a bully move. I wouldn't call it a punk move. I would say a bully.
Man,
a bully is different than a punk.
You didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think you didn't. He didn't know. He had no idea. So like, if you come up here like, oh, I know you just sitting there, my wife, like acting like he was about to do something, then they give me a chance to defend myself. So, and then I think what needs to be, I don't think we share enough light on this. He was very disrespectful to the brother King Richard. He was very disrespectful to him, trying to mention him in his speech to try to make this all make sense. It didn't make sense, Brother Will. It didn't make sense.
Wait. I saw that. How did that not make sense? He said
no, it didn't make no sense.
His family.
He was a fierce defender of his family.
He was.
He got
Did you not
whooped.
Wait.
He got whooped at the tennis court over and over again and did not fight back. Now wasn't King Richard.
He didn't. He got whooped at the tennis court by. I gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch the movie. And I ain't gonna say that was another one.
Wait, so somebody said bully move and punk move is the same. I mean, that to me, it's not. A punk is not the same as a bully. To me, it's not, because people use the term punk interchangeably, and that's how look at these punks. Like white people say that but a bully is a bully. We all know what a bully is. A punk is not always a bully. Sometimes a punk is the target. So to me, they're not the same. But that's your understanding of it.
And I think that you gotta watch. You really, I didn't know you hadn't watched it, but you gotta watch King Richard, brother. You gotta watch.
Yeah, I will. I just
and that's the thing. Last thing, people get called bald head all the time. People got reasons. I'm bald head. I can't tell any times some kids and say,
yeah, but you don't have alopecia, bro. As somebody,
I don't know. I don't know what I got, but it's bald. I know if you see my head when it got hair on it, you're gonna think something wrong. Like, brother, what's going on? What you got? Huh? What's going on? I ain't got the hair like you got, brother. You understand? So everybody got a little bald head. That's the least of our worries.
Right. I just want to look at what EA says. He said Richard took abuse criticism for defending his ideals for his daughters. He wasn't slapping people who disagree with him or made him mad. Okay, good point, EA, to really break it down to the technicalities.
So
but I do remember
earlier. I was like I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe people really agree. I can't believe that people really agree with this, that he's good. I was just shocked.
Who that Will's good?
No, people was defending him. Oh, y'all can't tell a black man.
I think they respect him despite him being lambasted in the media, being embarrassed by his wife. I think that's why they respected him, because he displayed principle.
All that. I think they did that for. I mean, as long as I have known,
why is everybody bringing up August?
And Jada has been in a open, transparent, whatever
that was about to be my response. August is a non-factor because Will probably got his biddies too, y'all.
I'm sure.
We just know about August because August talked. Jada didn't talk.
And Jada did too. But what I'm saying
but she did after, I think. I don't think she spoke first.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't even following that much. I don't even know. But
I don't care.
Is that this is they've been open about the relationship and what they do. So I'm not tripping about that. I don't even care about how Jada. People mad at Jada for that. I'm not mad at Jada because I'm sure Will probably does the same thing. I'm almost
sure Will gets sure. If athletes have understandings with their wives, out of town and stuff. I don't know how many of y'all follow sports.
Jada on that. I like Jada. I don't have people are mad at Jada for August. I'm not mad. I've from all I've learned is that's what they used to do. That's what they do. So I'm not mad. From Will's book, he's very hard to please. Go read his book. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Will's book, he's very hard to please. Now, I'm not gonna make no crazy statements about
aspersions.
Her. Yeah, but this is from his book that I'm sure she read as well.
Yeah, she probably had to give some kind of consent because it would be libel.
He gave some stories about her that blew my mind. I said, man.
Oh, word.
Yeah, you read the book. And so, Robert Detail says, so we can just joke about anything and everything despite how.
No.
Now, Robert, it seems like you need to be on the. Nobody.
He might need to come up.
You might need to come on, Rob. Rob, can you come on? Let us know. Don't
but
send me one message.
I'll say this before I get out the hot seat.
Okay.
My thought is this, right? I'm not saying that Will was right. I'm saying I respected his response to principle. A lot of times, first of all, a lot of men are naturally non-confrontational. We become confrontational because either our environment or because a set of things that tick us off. But a lot of times handling our relationships, handling our business transactions, we're non-confrontational. Yeah, we're going to address it, but we ain't sitting here trying to get all stressed out for nothing. If I'm gonna press you, Antoine, for embarrassing me in the calf, I'm gonna press you because my status, my name is at stake. But if it's something weak, like, man, Michael Frazier got on some weird color shoes, ain't nobody care about that. Yeah. I'm flexing in my damn shoes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it really just depends on what it is. And that's why I think some people respect him for standing up on principle, despite everything that happened for them in the media these past 2 years. And then, yeah, he was definitely wrong. He could have just roasted him. He said, whatever. I don't know. I don't have a good joke, but he could have said something, anything.
It could have been another responsible words. I think my biggest thing is that I have no respect for what Will Smith did. I do not think he defended his wife at all. I think he made the moment even worse. And I honestly,
but think about it. Did he draw attention to her?
Man, brother.
Did he draw attention to her? That's what I'm trying to.
And what happened was, the fact of the matter is, I'm trying
Appreciate you,
to
Jamal.
end, brother. The fact of the matter is he laughed because he thought it was funny because it was funny. You know, he thought it was funny and it was funny and he laughed. He turned to her and then nobody got that video. We need to see that video.
Yeah, nobody has that angle.
I want to see when Will Smith looked at her, his heart probably went down to his stomach.
I think that was a automatic laugh. I don't think that was a real laugh because you got to remember in those. Nah, check this out, bro.
It was as real as the rest of the laughs he did on there that day.
Check this out. Let me say why it was an automatic laugh. A lot of those people, if we're not laughing at home, they're laughing because the cameras are going to be on them and they know how it looks.
Listen, somebody says he probably didn't understand the joke at first until he saw his wife. Let me tell you something.
I agree with that, Robert. It happens a lot of times.
Y'all must be messing my head on here. If his wife understood the joke, he understood.
Women are quicker, bro, on them processing than men.
Okay, man.
Bro,
y'all give this brother,
wait.
too much leeway.
Antoine, how many?
Timmy, we can have you on, Timmy.
Sis.
We can have you on, Timmy.
Yeah, you can come up, Timmy. We need a female's perspective.
We need
a woman. Sorry,
voice.
It does not say female. A woman's perspective. Nah, because some people take that disrespectful. But now I'll say this: how many award shows have you watched? And you know them jokers are just laughing just because it's the energy in the room. Them joints weren't that funny. Okay. A lot of them stand-up jokes at them joints be lame. Like knee slappers, like paw, like what? Get out of here. Whack.
I know, I understand totally. I get it. My thing is, either way, I don't care if he looked like he was laughing in a serious moment, you know. So, but it is what it is. I gotta go. Timmy,
bro.
Not. Timmy. All right, thanks, Mike, though. Thanks.
Yes, sir. I'll holler at you, bro. All right.
My guy Mike from Oakwood. Timmy, if you want to come on, we would love to have your viewpoint. You know, Timmy's also a lawyer and she's a prosecutor. So I would love to ask her, would she be pressing charges against the brother Will Smith? Yeah, and somebody was saying, like EJ was saying, one positive for Chris Rock is that his ticket sales went through the roof for his tour. So that's a blessing. And what I think I would like, you know, like they say, I was looking at somebody said something about Dave Chappelle would have went on the Jada Smith tour after, like, you know, like he did, you know, that. Yeah, but I ain't gonna go into all that. We don't want to get way out there on here. But he said somebody was like Dave Chappelle would have went on a Jada Smith tour, and I definitely would be doing that. And I'm gonna wait until he do his first show, and I'm going. I come down there with you, Jason. Go with you. All right. Any other comments? Thank you all for coming. Y'all stay with me late tonight. I got to go to bed, so I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. We'll be back with some controversial stuff coming soon. Have a good night.